Well, in 2007 was my first opportunity to look at SFP products, but I said I'd be interested in looking at NutriSphere and AVAIL on cotton. And so we set up a project where I had a block of row-watered cotton that I could go in and put in some side dress treatments of a blend that was 22-804 nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. And I had 4 different treatments. I had just the fertilizer treatment alone. I had the fertilizer treatment with the AVAIL, and then with NutriSphere, and then with the combination of NutriSphere and AVAIL. And these were 1/4 mile long rows, and I had 20 rows in each treatment and 5 replications. So I had about a 30-acre block that was in the treatments. I harvested this, machine harvested this, kept each treatment separate, and looked at yield and quality. My major concern was phosphorus. The problem in West Texas is we have, being a semi-arid region, we have a calcareous soil, and the phosphorus that we apply is readily tied up in a calcium phosphate, which makes the phosphorus unavailable to the plants. And with the phosphorus fertilization through fertigation and continuing phosphorus well into August, we increased not only the yield but the micronair. And associated with that, with micronair, which is a measure of fiber maturity, is seed maturity. With the phosphorus fertigation, we saw that we improved not only fiber maturity but seed maturity, and that resulted in more saleable seed out of a ton of fuzzy seed that the seed company paid for. It resulted in better seed quality, more vigor, and the producer was happier. And so I was very much concerned or interested in what the AVAIL would do to phosphorus availability when we put it on the fertilizer solution that we applied as a side dress, and whether that would result in better fiber quality and better seed quality. And that's exactly what we saw. In cotton in particular, we have a maturity problem, as I've alluded to earlier, that we have both fiber maturity problems and seed maturity. And if we can maintain a good supply of phosphorus longer in the growing season, this should make the fiber more mature, which results in less discounts. So when you look at a small investment in AVAIL and it prolonging the availability of the applied phosphorus, a grower is saving money on the front end by not having to apply as much. So in my opinion, AVAIL has a major role to play in cotton production by reducing the cost up front and ensuring maturity of both seed and fiber, which reduces discounts and allows his price for his commodity to be at fair market value. I'm convinced after watching the plots last year that we were getting better availability. By the end of September, the AVAIL plots, when cotton gets mature, the leaves get sort of a purplish color. The bolls are speckled, the fruit are speckled at the top of the plant, meaning that they're approaching maturity. And by the end of September last year, that was definitely the case. You could drive along the end of the field and see the AVAIL plots. The plants showed that they were mature. I feel confident that with a little more time and a little more experience, we're going to see some real benefits from AVAIL. We have problems with phosphorus here in West Texas, but we have problems with phosphorus across the entire world. If you get into really acid soils, you've got iron and aluminum that tie up phosphorus, and as I understand the mode of action of AVAIL, it will bind the iron, any di or trivalent cation, it's going to tie up to keep it from precipitating the phosphorus. So I think AVAIL has a great opportunity to increase the use efficiency of phosphorus across the world. Fertilizer or fertility is a major problem across the world, and at the prices today, increasing the efficient use of what we do put out is a real concern. The Midwest nitrogen and phosphorus problems are made, nitrogen in particular with leaching, and contaminating phosphorus too with contaminating the rivers and estuaries as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. So if we can reduce the application and increase the efficiency and maintain crop yields or increase crop yields, it's going to be beneficial to not only the producer but to the entire country and the world in minimizing pollution.